What's up, Chris, VA Travels, and I'm doing another one of my little city tours or town tours. I'm out here in Abingdon, Virginia, out in the southwest portion of the state, about 17 miles north of Tennessee. And yeah, just gonna walk through town, point out some of the historical buildings, historical houses, and I'm on Main Street right now, Route 11. And I'm gonna walk down maybe about a quarter of a mile, turn around, head back up. And then I'm eventually going to get to the two biggest landmarks, the Barter Theater and the Martha Washington Hotel. So, yeah. All right, so you start out the Abingdon House, built 1850 by John Preston. And if you remember, he's a descendant of William Preston up at Smithfield Plantation. Did a video on that a couple days ago. And over here, the Dunn House. Dunn's Hotel, Virginia House, built by John Dunn, 1849. Used as a courthouse and hospital during the Civil War. So, I'm gonna try to cross right here. It's pretty busy road for such a little town. All right, so over here, the bank, Sierra 1849, Exchange Bank of Virginia, closed at the end of the Civil War and became the home of James Preston, another descendant of the Preston family, I keep mentioning. Really old building, and the tavern over there, that's kind of the hot spot in town. Tried to actually eat there last night, but you have to have reservations. And the first courthouse of Washington County, built 1778. Built surplus logs of the Black's Fort. All right, I'm gonna try to run across the street again. All right, so here it is, the tavern, 1779. Oldest original historic building in Abingdon. This was originally a stagecoach stop, inn and tavern. First post office west of the Blue Ridge. Served as a hospital, of course, during the Civil War. I don't see any markers on this building. It's kind of a cool looking house. I guess I probably should have just walked down one side and came back the other, but I'm surprised that doesn't have anything out front. Okay, I see a marker down here. Wolf Cave, lair of wolves which attacked Daniel Boone's dogs in 1760. Yeah, so this town was originally known as Wolf Hill because, yeah, story goes, like I just said, 1760. Daniel Boone, he was living in Kentucky, was out here on a hunting expedition, camped out near the area, and right behind the house, some wolves came out of their caves, tried to track his dogs, tried to attack the party, and yeah, that's where it got its name. So there's a big wolf theme. You'll see a bunch of painted wolves around town and a bunch of buildings named after wolves. And then this house was built 1857 by Adam Hickman, a local businessman. Yeah, so kind of neat looking design, and those little icicle little things coming down. Yeah, this looks like a pretty old building. So I'll probably walk down to this intersection, turn around, head back up. Looks like a pretty old building over there. At the intersection of Tanner Street. It's got railroad tracks down there. And I know there's some sort of old train depot over there. And I don't see any markers in front of that house. Oh, actually I do. And it says Sierra 1832. And just has the date out front. Yeah, you'll see little wolves next to the door, little wolf statues. Oh, all right. Old building here. Doesn't say what it is. Somebody's living there apparently. And there's one of those old fire marks. Kind of a cool looking building. Looks like needs some work, but yeah, I think this is kind of the end of the road, the historical portion. So, all right, gonna head back up. All right, made it downtown Abingdon, and this is the courthouse. And courthouse has been on this site since 1800. It was burned down during the Civil War. Rebuilt 1869. Okay, so yeah, Washington County Courthouse. Like I say, 3 buildings stood here. First one built 1800, another built 1850, and then the third built to 1869. All right, I read this little placard, and it looks like they had dedicated a Tiffany window back in 1919, and it says it's located in the front portico, and there's a different window right there. So I don't know, maybe I'm just reading something wrong, but yeah, still pretty neat. And a couple Civil War plaques, and I'll show these off because you know they're not going to probably last much longer. And this little memorial here, dedicated to the Civil War generals from Washington County. And yeah, Joseph Johnston, I didn't know he was from here. And then I saw down here Brigadier General John B. Floyd. Is that the same John B. Floyd who is the son of William Preston from up at Smithfield Plantation, where I was the other day? I don't know. If so, he went on to be a Virginia governor. So, yeah, I guess just a common soldier up there. Erected 1907, and of our mother's wives, daughters, and sisters. So, all right, so I'm going to walk down to the 2 biggest landmarks in the city, the Martha and the Barter Theater. You might have heard of them. Okay, so Colonel James Whitehouse. Saint of the Wilderness, and built 1820 by James and his wife Elizabeth. Partially burned 1864, restored 1866. And there is a little bit of traffic on this road. I'm going to see if I can jump across and get a well, that's it, kind of a duplex now. So walk down here, it's just a couple more blocks to the theater. The Greenway Trigg building looks, yeah, I'm sure that's got some historical significance. All right. Pretty neat looking church, and yeah, I'd really like to know what this building is. It's got to have some historical significance. And this is the site of Black's Fort, built 1776, the eve of the Revolution. short distance to the south, and here the first court of Washington County was held in 1777. All right, Sinking Spring Presbyterian Church. Also, to let you know, down that way is the beginning of a thing called the Creeper Trail. It's a 30-some mile walking, biking trail. Built in 1845 by Reverend Philip Rohr, previously known as the Duke House. Pretty cool. Oh wow, it's a cool looking church over there. Yeah, a lot of churches around here, and a lot of buildings are closed on Sundays. It's kind of like going back in time. Oh, they're still holding service. St. Thomas Church, Episcopal. 175 years. United Methodist Church, 1784. Some sort of food drive going on there. And there's Barter Theater, or at least a sign for it. I know it's right up here. It's at the 150 block coming up on. Okay, so it's on the right side of the road. And I know the Martha Washington Inn is across the street. So, boy, this is a nice, peaceful town. I feel like I'm in Mayberry. Oh, and if you guys think I have an accent, I've got nothing on the people from around here. All right, so yeah, the Governor John Floyd, and I mentioned over at the statue, and he was the son of also Governor John Floyd. Okay, so he's the grandson of William Preston, over from Smithfield. Yeah, commanded over at Fort Donaldson. And over here, there's a Stonewall Jackson Female Institute. That's interesting. Over at the Sinking Spring Presbyterian Church, and I think I passed that just a little while ago. But the church established the Institute 1863 for the education of young women. And classes began, 1868. Okay, changed to the Stonewall Jackson College, 1914. All right, 1914 building was destroyed by fire, and the college continued to operate until 1930. All right, I think there's a little park up there. I'll take a walk up there after I take a look at the theater. Yeah, this is the State Theater of Virginia, Barter Theater. And yeah, this place began operations 1933 during the Depression. It got its name Barter Theater because you used to be able to barter produce. All right, so get a better shot of it up here. And it looks like it used to be the City Hall. That's what it's saying toward the top. And yes, opened during the Great Depression. And story goes that playwright Tennessee Williams, actually Thornton Wilder, they were paid in Virginia ham for their services. So, and actors who have graced the stage include Ned Beatty, Kevin Spacey, Ernest Borgnine, and Gregory Peck. So, yeah, a lot of history in that. And over here is the Martha. And during the Civil War, there used to be a tunnel that would go lead underground to the Martha. Yeah. Take a closer look. Theater on a grand scale. Closed. Never heard of any of these people. Alright, I'm going to take a quick little walk through the park before I go over to the Martha. Barter Theater. Looks like A Christmas Story is going to be playing. And yeah, it's a few Christmas movies. Alright, yeah, pretty nice fountain. You know, I'll have to get a slow motion of this. Of course, you got your love sign. Inspired by Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Titania, Queen of the Fairies, is surrounded by Puck, fairies, and her woodland friends. Alright, so I'm going to walk over to the Martha and Municipal Building over there. So here we are, Martha Washington College. And this building was originally built 1832. It was the home of George Francis Preston. He was the son of William Preston, who I keep mentioning up at Smithfield Plantation, where I was the other day. Yeah, built by George Preston and his wife, Sarah Buchanan Preston. So they lived in the house until it was purchased by the church in 1852. Nope, 1858. And that's when it was turned into the Martha Washington College. And it's noted during the Civil War, the female students became nurses as the college turned into a hospital. And then in 1935, it was turned into this hotel. A lot of famous people have stayed here. Elizabeth Taylor has stayed here. President Jimmy Carter. Harry Truman. Eleanor Roosevelt. And Lady Bird Johnson, Lyndon Johnson's wife. So it'd be cool if I could maybe walk inside. It's probably just a regular hotel now. I'm just gonna walk up here. House built by, like I say, General Francis Preston, his wife Sarah Buchanan Campbell, 1830 to 1832. Huh. Pretty stately looking building. Yeah, I was trying to cut back down to the road, but you're actually trapped all the way in. Fence goes around, so I'm gonna have to walk all the way back to get out. Oh, boyhood home of Joseph Johnston. Pretty neat. Alright, the Fields Penthouse, 1860 House Museum. And of course, they're closed on Sundays. Abingdon in the Civil War. So this Captain James Wyatt of the 13th Regiment Tennessee Volunteer Cavalry. He died just kind of a block over here off Church Street. All right, Abingdon, 1778. Reading the clock up there. Abingdon, Virginia, bicentennial, 1778, 1978. Okay, a time capsule. To be opened October 5th, 2078. Cool. Found this on the way to my car, the Crooked Road, Virginia Heritage Music Trail. And the Crooked Road winds through the ruggedly beautiful Appalachian Mountains and leads you to major hotspots of old-time country music, mountain music, and bluegrass. That'd be something kind of neat to check out. And here we go, Abingdon right there. And you've got the Carter family, Ralph Stanley. So, yeah, there are quite a few things to do down here. Oh, okay, and here's the White's Mill, where I was just at. Cool. All right, I'm kind of off the beaten path. It looks like there was some sort of train depot over here, so I was just gonna take a walk and see what it is. And I found this, the Black Dog Inn, Sierra 1834. Maybe some sort of bed and breakfast or something. Yeah, something's down there. I see some placards. I always call them placards, markers. The sign says Taylor's Lodging. Okay, yeah, it does look like some sort of, I see a I see an engine. Creeper's End Lodging. Looks like kind of a nice place. I suppose I can walk back here. Well, for anybody who wants to visit Abingdon, they've got plenty of lodging. So, oh, I thought maybe that had a date on it. It's just the address, but looks like kind of a nice place. Yeah, Creeper's End Lodging. And we are on Railroad Street. And I had mentioned the Virginia Creeper Trail earlier, a 30-some mile trail. And yeah, looks like you can park here. And I'm going to walk across, take a look at that. Virginia Creeper Trail, that's the visitor center, the welcome center. Yeah, so apparently that's just a biking path. Cool. There used to be something in there. It's like phone charger or something. You know, I have to read this marker over here. Landon Boyd. Landon Boyd, he was an African-American brick mason born into slavery here in Abingdon. And, oh, hold on. Got a train going by. And read about this earlier. He was an African-American brick mason born into slavery here in Abingdon, and served in the U.S. Army during the Civil War, lived in Richmond, and after the war, he was selected to the jury to convict former Confederate President Jefferson Davis of treason. So, yeah, I walk over, take a look at this engine. And judging from the views on my videos, not everybody's the biggest train fan, but I like them, so. And I believe this is the site of the old depot. I'm sure they've got a marker up here. Oops. 2003 engine restoration. Train number 433. And here's the entrance to the trail. The Virginia Creeper. Oh, here's the engine. Looks like it's been around. Roanoke, Bristol Roundhouse. And just kind of briefly glossing over this, the 55.5 miles from Abingdon to West Jefferson, over 108 bridges. So there it is. Don't have time to go down there. Black's Fort. Alright guys, well that's it for the little town of Abingdon, Virginia. And as always, if you like these kinds of videos, you can subscribe. If you want to support the channel, hit the like button. And see you in Knoxville.